wonder who built your house, who cleaned your room with a view, who made the food that you'll be eating. Sweat from the people of the sun makes the fruit taste sweeter.
Welcome back to Gamer Sanctuary, Fresco 40K fans. We've got another special bat rep for you today. We're going to be doing a 4-player team game. Muggins and Tile Forever are going to team up with their Mantis Warriors and Blood Angels respectively. The Blood Angels are going to be playing the part of the Lamenters. I'm going to be bringing my Star Phantoms. Maelstorm is back from the warp of Utah, and he's going to be helping me take on the other two guys in a real Badab War throwdown. So we're going to be playing 1,500 points per player, 3,000 points aside. Let's take a look and see what Maelstrom and I are going to be throwing on the table. All right, let's go over my 1,500 points. This list should be pretty familiar. It's something I've used recently. I do have a Librarian, a Epistolary, so he's going to have 2 powers from the deck, and he's leading a squad of 5 Terminators. Again, Dark Vengeance Terminators. Assault Cannon and Chain Fist. They're coming out of a Redeemer. Multi-Melta on that. I have 2 Melta, Multi-Melta, Combi Melta Power Fist attack squads coming out of drop pods, and a Multi-Melta Missile Launcher Dreadnought coming out of a pod as well. His job is just going to be to try to pop some vehicles before he gets taken out. And then, of course, to finish it all off, we have the trusty Contemptor, 2 carries Assault Cannons. Yes, they are heavy 6. There's been some discussion about that on the forum. From the Forge World rules, the carries Assault Cannons are heavy 6 weapons, so he does get 12 shots with them. But he also has the attached Cyclone Launcher on top, so he's going to have 14 shots a turn if he's lucky. And if he doesn't move, it's all going to be anti-aircraft fire as well, which I know is going to come in handy today. Looking over here to the other list, this one should also be pretty familiar. We've used it recently. Chaplain with a Plasma Pistol, again, Dark Vengeance model, painted up to be a Star Phantom. He's going to be leading 9 Assault Terminators, 5 Lightning Claws, 4 Thunderhammers, coming out of the Cestus Assault Ram. My goal for that thing today is to knock out a flyer with a ram. I'm really going to try as much as I can. We have 10 Scouts, Heavy Bolter, Tactical Squad with Plasma Cannon, Combi Plasma Power Fist, and a Rhino, a Storm Talon, with Skyhammer Missiles, and a Devastator Squad, 2 Plasma Cannons, 2 Heavy Bolters. So 3,000 points of Star Phantom Space Marines. Let's see what the other guys have brought. Alright, Mantis Warriors in their bright green and yellow. Let's take a look and see what Muggins has brought today. We have a Captain with Lightning Claw and Storm Shield. We also have a Librarian with Force Staff. There are 2 Tactical Squads, Power Fists, Flamers. Don't really see... Oh, there's Multi-Meltas hiding underneath there. They're coming out of drop pods. We have 2 Daka Preds, 2 Storm Talons with Typhoon Launchers. And we have a Contemptor Dreadnought with a Missile Launcher, Multi-Melta, and I believe he's going to be coming out of a Lucius pattern drop pod. It's going to be proxied as a Lucius, and we're gonna allow that for today because we're feeling fun. Back over here to the Blood Angels. Something new again from Tile Forever. He's got his Honor Guard, Nipple Wing, as many people call them. I think they just look fantastic. Librarian Dreadnought. Chaplain leading a Death Company, not in Terminator armor this time, so they can perform sweeping advances. Good point on the posts from one of our last videos. Standard Land Raider, Twinling Laz. We have 2 Laz Plaz Razorbacks with Assault Squads, Flamers and Meltaguns, and 2 more Daka Preds. Awful volume of fire coming our way. So we'll see if we can weather that and be able to counterattack. Take a look at deployment and mission in the next clip. Alright, here we are with deployment. We are playing Pact of Blood mission from the back of the book. It's the same mission we played the other day in the last 4-player bat rep. We have 5 objectives. They are placed 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we have Star Phantoms taking up a position right here. Land Raider in the lead, Tactical Squad in behind, some Devastators covering the flank over here, and the Mortars Pattern Contemptor right here, ready to advance and shoot. We also have a Scout Squad that Scout deployed over here and then moved. They're going to try to take some side shots, as well as another Scout Squad in the woods right there. And the parking lot full of Mantis Warriors and Blood Angels are right here. Oh, it will be. It will be a parking lot because there's prime drop pod real estate right there. Ready for me to we are going to, we each have secret missions, and we'll figure those out at the end of the mission. We each know what they are now, but we'll tell each other at the end. So we're going to roll for season the initiative. Nope, that's a 4. All right, so Star Phantoms have the first turn.
Because it hit the rock.
We'll tune back in after the top. Bottom of turn 1, we draw first blood by blowing up one of the Predators with a couple Melta shots from the drop pod. targeted the objective and scattered back a little bit. Split them into combat squads and hiding the multi-melta in that squad. The Dreadnought tried to drop right in front of the Land Raider to be a roadblock and maybe blow it up or blow up the Librarian Dread. But he scattered off the table, and he's back in reserve, so he gets to come back next turn. Snipers took some shots at the Predator over from these, did nothing, and the snipers in the woods here realized they're standing in a Brainleaf Forest, and they took off and ran out and snap-fired. 3 of them hit and took a hull point off the Razorback. The Land Raider and Rhino all moved up. The Librarian cast Endurance on himself and the Terminators he's chilling with, so they're a little bit more difficult to take out. Gonna move into the bottom of turn 1 now and see what the bad guys can do. Bottom of turn 2, we see a couple of the Mantis Warriors drop pods come in. Attack squad with the captain comes out, and they combat squatted and shot up both the combat squads ahead of it here. The sergeant failed his lookout SIR rolls and was killed. And everybody but the multi-melter from that squad was killed as well, and he failed his morale check, and he's running. All the las cannons, the las cannon Predators, as well as the las cannon on the Land Raider, took shots over here at the Contemptor, either hit and failed to pen, or actually no, that's exactly what happened. They all hit and failed to pen, and the other las cannon on the Land Raider, though, machine spirited, and in combination with some of the shots from the Predator, I believe, managed to wreck the Rhino, and the Marines inside jumped out, and they are going to take care of that other combat squad that got out of that drop pod and shot at the Devastators. Librarian actually also, no, it was the Librarian's crush power. That's what blew up the Rhino. I'm sorry. Regardless, took a lot of shots to take out a Rhino. We lost a couple scouts. The scout squad back here in the corner was killed by both those Predators. And one more scout from the woods over there was taken out. But otherwise, we're actually in pretty good shape. So we're going to see what we can do now in turn 2. We'll see if our flyers and the rest of our drop pods come in. All right, top of turn 2, we get everything in from reserve except for the Dreadnought drop pod, which had the locator beacon on, so I'm glad that it failed to come on when it did. It made 10 points of useless war gear. The Land Raider comes flying around the corner and flamestorms a couple of the Marines. Mike took a whole lot of saves on the Terminator captain, and I believe he made 4 of them without taking a wound, so I only managed to kill the first 2 Marines. It's a good placement of a captain and Terminator. I'm going to soak up some wounds like that. I did take some shots at that squad with both of the attack squads here. It took only 1 Marine out. The Multi-Melta took a shot at the Predator, or the Razorback, and didn't do anything. Missed, but the Contemptor finished it off, and the Storm Talon killed a couple of Marines inside. The Cestus shot its Magnum Melta at the Predator and whiffed. It scattered onto one of the Sanguinary Guard and killed it. But he's actually in a pretty good position for next turn. Over here, we had Tactical Squad shoot up the combat squads here. Killed a couple of the Marines here, but real hilarity ensued when the Plasma Gunner, hiding in the building over here, scattered back on himself and killed himself. The Devastator Squad then ran off the table after killing only 1 Marine. And that's about it for turn 2. Oh yeah, the other combat squad way over here in the corner took a couple of shots with a Combi Melta and a Melta gun at the Predator. Only hit once and rolled a 3 to pen it. So we're not looking horrible, but this is going to be, I think this is a real clumsy game on everyone's part. Moving into the bottom of 2, we'll see what happens. Bottom of turn 2, and there were not a whole lot of casualties on our side. Lots of shots, but not a whole lot of damage. We lost 1 Marine from the Tactical Squad here, from the Predator. That Predator did nothing to that squad. Over here, all the shooting into the Tactical Squad here didn't do anything. And the Multi-Melta took a hull point off here with a shaken.
Explode.
Yep, we'll see if that explodes again. 3rd time in a row this objective has exploded. Yeah, so we'll resolve that after this. We keep forgetting to do it on camera. Over here, the Sanguinary Guard failed to assault the scouts. The Storm Talon came in, took a hull point off the Cestus. And that's about it. Not a whole lot else happened.
For a flyer, doesn't matter?
Nope, you're not a flyer.
So we're going to move now into turn 3 after this explosion. Top of turn 3 sees a lot of action going on. The Tactical Squad here shoots at the Mantis Warriors in cover, kills that combat squad and puts a wound on the Librarian. Back over here, the Land Raider snapfires and the Tactical Squad also take some shots at the captain and his squad, and they chose to flee. The Terminators disembarked from the stunned Land Raider and assaulted into the last tack squad and predictably wiped it out. Over here, I tried to move through the cover, took a long-range shot with the multi-melta, and then tried to assault on that Predator and failed. But these guys had a lot more luck and assaulted it and blew it up with Power Fist. Back over here, my last Dreadnought came in, and he managed to hit twice on the Land Raider, penned it once, but the Shield of Sanguinius passed the cover save, so the Land Raider is okay. The Magnum Melta didn't do a whole lot. I believe it just took off some hull points on the Land Raider. And then the Terminators disembarked. The Brainleaf Forest actually made one of the Thunderhammer Terminators turn around and kill 3 of his brethren with Lightning Claws. So everything else kind of got out and multi-assaulted. We got this massive fray going on here. The Land Raider is kind of penned in a little bit, but we'll see if he's going to do some lookout or tank shocking to get him out of the way. The Chaplain managed just to glance the Predator here twice. Lightning Claws did nothing, so he's down to 1 hull point. And that's about it. We're going to move into the bottom of turn 3, see if Mike's 2 reserves can come in. All right, bottom of turn 3, we see the tactical squad here get whittled down to the Melta Gunner by himself. This tactical squad gets assaulted by the captain, but they're still close enough to the to my hit squad over here to be worried. For the first time in the game, this objective did not explode. Storm Talon came in and took a whole bunch of side shots at the Contemptor and did nothing. Back over here, we took some more shots at the Tactical Marines, killed a few of them. Dreadnought came down in a pod, and he's hiding behind it like a little wussy.
He's humping it.
Yeah, I know, he is having fun with it. Over here, the Predator tank shocked, moved some of the guys out of the way, and took some shots at the Scouts. As you can see, the Scouts are not there anymore. I'm sorry, there's one Heavy Bolter Scout who's remaining.
He shot over there, he made his saves.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, he shot at these guys, and they passed all their saves.
He shot us.
Yep, the tactical squad way back over there took some shots at the Scouts. The Sanguinary Guard shot and assaulted the Cestus, blew it up in assault. Actually, I'm sorry, just wrecked it, just removed the hull point. So it is technically there, but it's just so big we're not going to bother putting the model on the table. And then the giant assault in the middle with the Terminators ends with 2 surviving Terminators, 4 Death Company, and the Reclusiarch still standing. The Chaplains faced off in a challenge, and as you can see, just the Reclusiarch remains. The Land Raider tried to take some snapshots because it was stunned and did nothing, but now it is active. Oh, and my Dreadnought over here has been stunned as well, so he can only snap fire this turn. And move into turn 4. Top of 4, we've got the Contemptor turning and blowing the other Storm Talon out of the sky. Land Raider trucking forward and taking some shots at... actually, the Storm Talon there blew up the Librarian Dreadnought. He is in hover mode, so he's now vulnerable. And the Land Raider took some shots at the Sanguinary Guard with the Assault Cannon and blew up the drop pod with the multi-melta. Over here, the Dreadnought is stunned, so he can only snap fire and he cannot assault. So the Marines are safe for a little while still. And back over here, my Terminators assaulted in, killed off the Marines. The Captain issued a challenge. My Sergeant accepted. Captain wounded him once, and I made my Feel No Pain roll. I took a hull point off that Predator with my multi-melta, or my Melta gun, excuse me, and that's about it. Everything else is just a lot of shooting around and maneuvering, but we're going to go into bottom of 4 and see what the bad dudes can do. This combat here, we have the Assault Marines shoot at this lone Melta gunner and failed to do anything with the shooting or the assault, so he's still holding. This is my last scoring unit here. I have the multi-melta in that scoring unit as well, and I got a scoring unit back there who's standing in a Razor Wing nest. This is an ugly unit. I have 4 scoring units of 1 model each, which is not comforting. But I did manage to kill the Warlord right here with the Terminators. They managed to squish him, and they're going to roll up this way, hopefully doing some damage. The Death Company assaulted the Storm Talon and killed it. They did finish off the Terminators last turn. Over here we still have this tactical squad and Mike's Librarian hiding. The Dreadnought wasn't able to do anything, but the Sanguinary Guard came up and assaulted the tac squad here, down to 3 Marines, including the Sergeant, and then 3 Sanguinary Guard. So we're going to move now into turn 5. This is going to be our last turn because it's getting late tonight. Alright, this is going to be all of turn 5 wrapped up in one. We are going to call the game due to time. The Mantis Warriors and Blood Angels are actually going to hold the field today. Right here, everything jumped out and killed my 1 tactical Marine here. Actually, that seemed to be the theme from the bottom of turn 5. After my Terminators came running through the scoring unit here and tried to hit these guys, everything focused their attention on my 4 remaining tactical Marines, my 4 combat squads. I lost 1 guy here, I lost 1 guy here, and I lost the tactical marine behind the rhino and the tactical marine holding that objective from the predator fire. It was the last shooting of the game, and that shot from that predator single-handedly won them the game, because if I had been able to hold that objective, we would have won 6-5. As it stands, Blood Angels have 5 and the Star Phantoms have 3. We got yeah, okay, we'll give the Manus Warriors a little bit of credit. They're holding the only objective way over here, because they decided just to sit there all game and hide.
Because the plasma cannon shot himself.
That's right. That's right. Because of Brian's misfiring. This combat actually continues to still spall, even with the dreadnought in it, just for fun. It's still going. But yeah, we have an almost undamaged Land Raider chugging into their deployment zone.
Undamaged.
Yeah, completely untouched Contemptor. He weathered all kinds of fire, and I think for us might have been the points MVP. He definitely took out his points worth in just flyers alone. Took out both Storm Talons, but did a good job. Everything actually, our plan kind of worked real well, but we're just having some real bad dice rolls pushing in the middle here. Excellent game, always a blast, especially when Brian comes back from the desert. Hopefully we'll have a couple more of these in before Foodhammer. Again, stay tuned to the site. We'll keep watching the Foodhammer site, foodhammer.com. Check out the Fresh Coast 40K forum. We're getting sponsorships and donations rolling in like crazy for this event. It's going to be something to see. So if you're anywhere near Flint on November 3rd, get yourselves up here to Gamer Sanctuary and play some Warhammer 40K or Fantasy. We're actually opening up to Fantasy too. So get your models out and get everything up here. Play as many games as you can and have a good time. Walk away with some awesome prizes. Tune in again next time. Thanks.